You're not lazy. You're not unmotivated. And you're certainly not broken. The truth is, your brain has been hijacked. Every notification, every infinite scroll, and every cheap thrill has overstimulated your dopamine receptors to the point of exhaustion. This is called downregulation. Your brain has literally turned down its volume for pleasure, making real work feel impossible and everyday life feel incredibly boring. But what if you could flip the switch? What if you could reset your brain's baseline in just 24 hours to regain laser-like focus and natural drive? Today, we're not just talking about a simple detox. We are implementing a science-based, biological, hard reset. Welcome to Peak Human Lab. Let's begin. To fix the problem, you must understand the biological mechanism. Dopamine is not the molecule of pleasure. It's the molecule of anticipation. It's the more molecule. Evolution designed it to make our ancestors hunt for food and seek mates in a world of scarcity. But in 2026, we live in a world of infinite abundance. We live in a dopamine minefield. Every like on social media, every high fructose snack, and every auto-playing video triggers a massive Phasic spike. To protect itself from this neurochemical storm, your brain reduces the number of available dopamine receptors. Think of it like being in a loud concert. At first, it's exciting, but soon your ears become dulled to the sound. To hear anything else, you'd need even louder music. This is why you can't focus on a book, a deep project, or a meaningful conversation. The volume of your life is too low compared to the digital noise you've become addicted to. This brings us to the core of our protocol. The difference between tonic and phasic dopamine. Tonic dopamine is your baseline, the steady stream that keeps you motivated throughout the day. Phasic dopamine is the sudden peak you get from artificial stimulation. When you overindulge in phasic spikes, your tonic baseline inevitably drops. This is the biological definition of a crash, or that feeling of empty brain fog after hours of scrolling. By following this 24-hour protocol, you are allowing your tonic levels to stabilize. It's like draining a flooded basement so you can finally see the foundation again. The 24-hour reset is not about suffering. It's about sensory deprivation and recalibration. Here is the protocol you must follow strictly from 8 a.m. today to 8 a.m. tomorrow. Step 1. The digital blackout. No smartphone, no laptop, no television. Your brain needs to experience true boredom. Boredom is the healing space where your receptors start to recover. If you must communicate, use a basic phone call or a physical notepad. Avoid the digital interface at all costs. Step 2. Nutrient control. No processed sugars, no caffeine, and no alcohol. We are eliminating artificial spikes that mess with your blood sugar and your neurochemistry. Stick to whole foods, clean proteins, and healthy fats. In fact, practicing a light fast during these 24 hours is even better, as it triggers autophagy and metabolic clarity, which directly supports brain health. Step 3. Zero novelty. No music, no podcasts, no fiction books. You are allowed to meditate, walk in nature, or journal with a pen and paper. You need to stop expecting a psychological reward every 30 seconds. Within the first 6 hours of this reset, you will encounter the withdrawal phase. Your brain will create powerful rationalizations. It will tell you that you might be missing an important message, or that you should just check the news for a single minute. This is the moment of truth. In neurobiology, we call this urge surfing. If you can sit with the discomfort for just 10 minutes without acting on it, the neural pathway associated with that craving begins to weaken. You are literally rewiring your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for willpower and long-term success. Furthermore, we must optimize the glymphatic wash. During this reset, your sleep architecture is your greatest ally. By avoiding blue light and stimulants for the entire day, your body will produce natural melatonin. During deep sleep, your brain flushes out metabolic waste and recalibrates its reward sensitivity. This is when the real chemical repair happens. To accelerate this process, we use two powerful biohacks. First, cold exposure. A 2-minute cold shower can increase dopamine levels by 250%. Unlike the spike from a smartphone, this increase is steady and lasts for several hours without a crash. Second, box breathing. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and hold for 4. This lowers cortisol, the stress hormone that often blocks efficient dopamine signaling. Now, the most important part is how you break the fast. If you finish your 24 hours and immediately spend 3 hours on social media, you will undo 80% of your progress. Think of your brain like a clean white sheet of paper. You must be very selective about the first marks you put on it. On the morning after your reset, follow the low dopamine morning rule. Keep all electronics off for the first 90 minutes. Instead, seek out natural sunlight. Viewing the sun within the first hour of waking sets your circadian rhythm and triggers a healthy morning cortisol spike. Engage in deep work, that high cognitive task you've been procrastinating on. While your receptors are fresh and sensitive, you will notice that the friction you usually feel when starting a hard task has vanished. This is the peak human state. It is not a superpower. It is simply how your brain is supposed to function when it isn't being bombarded by artificial stimuli. The 24-hour reset is a tool, not a one-time event. Use it once a month to stay optimized and keep your edge in an overstimulated world. You have the power to reclaim your focus. You have the power to reclaim your life. If you found this protocol valuable, hit the like button so the algorithm can share this biological blueprint with others who need it. Subscribe to Peak Human Lab for more insights into human optimization. Your evolution starts now.